Hi everyone, and welcome! Today, we're diving into a fascinating Python puzzle. Why does simply wrapping a for loop in a function suddenly make it run up to 8 times faster? It sounds counterintuitive, especially since calling a function itself has some overhead, but this optimization is real, and understanding it can make your Python code significantly more efficient. Let's explore the why behind this speed boost. When your for loop runs directly in the main part of your script, outside of any function, it's operating in what's called the global scope. In this global scope, Python has to work harder to find every variable it uses. Every time your loop needs to access a variable, like a counter or an item from a list, Python performs a multi-step lookup. It first checks if the variable is local, which isn't applicable in the top-level global scope, then it checks any enclosing scopes, again, not applicable here, and finally, it checks the global scope and even built-in names. This name resolution process, searching through different scopes, takes time. Python's dynamic nature means it can't always predict what variables will be available globally, or if they might change, so it must perform these full lookups repeatedly. Now, consider what happens when you wrap that exact same loop inside a function. When the loop executes inside a function, all the variables used within that function, including the loop's counter and any data it processes, become local variables to that function. Python handles local variables much more efficiently. It stores them in a highly optimized, fast-access dictionary that is specific to that function's execution. When the Python interpreter generates the bytecode for your function, it can optimize the instructions for accessing these local variables. It knows exactly where to find them without needing to perform the exhaustive multi-scope search required for global variables. This means that each time your loop accesses a variable, it's a direct, fast lookup rather than a slower, more general search. The interpreter generates more specific and faster bytecode instructions for local variable access compared to the more generic and less optimized instructions for global variable access. While there is a small overhead to calling the function initially, for any loop that runs for a significant number of iterations, the accumulated savings from these faster local variable lookups quickly outweigh that initial function call cost, leading to a dramatic speed improvement, often like the 8x boost we're talking about. This isn't just a quirky optimization, it's a fundamental aspect of how Python's interpreter works, making it a best practice to encapsulate your logic within functions not just for organization, but for performance too. So, the next time you're writing Python code, remember this tip: putting your loops and core logic inside functions is not only good for code readability and maintainability, but it's also a simple, effective way to make your programs run significantly faster. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me today. If you found this explanation helpful, please consider giving this video a like, leaving a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Python insights and programming tips. See you in the next one.